You've got new drivers, you've got new teams, and it is a new season. There is a lot to cheer about in IndyCar racing 2019, that's for sure. It's an all Penske front row. Once they get into that start zone, Will Power has the power. He dictates how the field will start, and he's gone. Power takes off. Scott Dixon's looking for a way through on Newgarden. He can't. Hunter Ray on the inside of Rosenquist. Power's taken off, and the rookie slides into second.
Big jump by Hunter Ray, trying to get down the inside. He pitched off by Dixon. But everybody gets through turn one clean as they run down the back straightaway.
Alexander Rossi backed off a little bit in one, but then challenged his teammate Hunter Ray. So Rossi is up to fifth, Hunter Ray back to sixth, and they're clean all the way through turn four.
Rosenquist up to P2. He's made a move on the Penske car and has moved his way into P2. Big traffic back here.
You saw that pink Auto Nation Honda for Meyershank Racing of Jack Harvey. He was forceful with Charlie Kimball. There he is, tucked in behind Ryan Hunter-Ray. Then Kimball, then Graham Rahal, Hinchcliffe, Pagenaud. And then the Ed Carpenter cars are in the mix as well. But it's Will Power, the two-time winner here on the streets of St. Petersburg, who gets a clean, clear start and is taken off. Rosenquist and Ganassi, 1 and 2. Beautiful view overhead, just showing again the Ganassi car starting to come up on that Team Penske Chevrolet of Will Power. Here's Newgarden, then Scott Dixon, Alexander Rossi, Ryan Hunter-Ray.
Pulling away from Newgarden a little bit. They've got about a second gap. As we slide back to Rahal here, and Hinchcliffe having a nice little battle. Andretti is right there with Herta.
Back at the front, Will Power. He boasts just over a 1 second lead over Felix Rosenquist. Third is Josef Newgarden, then Scott Dixon, starting to ease out, isn't it? The gaps in between these top 10 runners. A larger gap from Hunter Ray back to Jack Harvey. Then Charlie Kimball, who's only doing 5 races this year in the Traceba Chevrolet.
And here's Rahal coming in early, and he was more towards the front.
So I'm not sure too many want to go too long on these reds. We've heard maybe even as soon as 11 laps, they're really starting to lose life. And everyone started on sticker reds except Josef Newgarden. And Graham Rahal was in that group. And we've got a yellow. Bourdais is in the wall.
And he is out. It is over. There will be no three-peat for Sebastian Bourdais.
A lot of smoke there. It might not have been in the wall. He might have an engine problem. There was smoke coming from the rear.
There was a rear shot of the carpool heading up towards turn 10, and you saw some flames on the right-hand side of the Sealmaster entry for Dale Coyne Racing with Vassar Sullivan. It's over. The dream of having the three-peat at home here in St. Pete is done for Sebastian Bourdais as Will Power dives for pit lane.
And it was a very late decision from Will Power.
Yeah, it was. Wow, that was like, come in. Very, very late call through the grass. So they must have thought that they were going to have a problem. But Bourdais, engine goes away, big fire, and he pulls off into a safe spot. They won't go yellow down there. So I don't know if that was a good call for Roger to bail off and call him in.
And that's a pretty big failure on the right-hand side of Bourdais' car. There goes Power. He's comfortably through turn 3 in the brake zone. And look at this, Rosenquist.
Whoa, and Newgarden ahead of the Ganassi driver for the time being, but was short-lived.
Big move on the outside, cold tires for Newgarden. He tried to defend, but Rosenquist was at speed, had a lap on his tires already.
You really need 2 or 3 corners to get temperature into the Firestone. Now Newgarden has that with Dixon behind, so Newgarden should be able to now comfortably slot into pace.
Problem for Ryan Hunter-Ray.
Another Honda.
Another Honda's had an engine failure, same side. Turbo looks like it's gone away.
He came on the radio and said, yep, it's gone, guys, meaning the engine, obviously, for Ryan Hunter-Ray. And this is the one thing he said we could not have in 2019. They had all the poor finishes because of DNFs last year. Here they are, race 1. Ryan Hunter-Ray is going to be out early.
And that is not good for Tony Kanaan. There is the full course caution. Kanaan was hanging on.
Coming into that restart zone, Power gets sideways.
He got a good start, Rosenquist. He's
Look
right there. He's making the move.
Cautions can breed cautions. Rosenquist in the inside.
Lines it up, but he gets it. Wow, Power squares him up. You won't go through there 2 abreast. He's got him.
Felix Rosenquist making his intentions clear. Down to turn 4, Will Power look for an inside line. Pokes his nose out. Is he going to go through it? No.
Woo. Almost gets his front wing chopped off by Rosenquist. What a move.
What a terrific job by Rosenquist on the brakes in turn 1 to just keep that tire rolling after a little bit of lockup. That is the sign of an experienced and very talented Swede.
Oh, this is not good.
That is Ed Jones, I believe. In the number 20.
You okay? I'm fine.
Nope.
Oh, and laced.
Maybe both of them are in the fence.
Looks like they might have hooked wheels together. Laced back tire is up, like they've hooked front and rear wheels together.
Let's have a look.
That's
That was a hard hit, and Laced just probably came around, clipped him.
Yep.
And what happened was clipping the right front. We've seen that with Tony Kanaan in previous years here. If you just get it millimeter wrong on the turn in, watch this. You break the right front steering arm and you are a passenger at that point.
You can see the mark on his tire right there. There's a white mark on the tire. So he clipped the inside wall and it just shot him. Boom, right. You can't even turn the car and you go right in.
Watch how close Zach Veach comes to hitting him. Wait for it, wait for it. This is Veach, watch this.
Oh,
Green flag flies here in St. Petersburg, but Felix Rosenqvist is far enough ahead of Will Power. No challenge there, but Dixon on the inside of Newgarden.
Dixon got a nice draft, but he got the nose chopped off by the Penske car, and now he's going to be under attack on the push to pass by
How about
Rossi.
Jack Harvey? Jack Harvey holding off his teammate, sort of teammate, James Hinchcliffe.
Kimball on Pagano in the background as well. The Carlin driver puts his Chevrolet on the inside of the Penske man and gets that position.
Rossi searching for a way by Dixon.
Here is Power. Look to the right. There is the silver Chevrolet for Team Penske. He's got him no problem.
Got him easy. He was a bit long.
Only problem though is Power.
He might not have him.
Oh!
He might lose it on the coming on. It's real slick on sticker tires, but Power has traffic, and that was close.
Spencer Pigot, Rosenqvist figuring out what cold tires and full fuel feels like in the heat of the battle.
That was a welcome to IndyCar from Will Power, the reigning Indy 500 champion. It was close. Rosenqvist on the right in the blue machine. Here comes Will Power. Oh!
He had to get on the brakes. He had to lock the brakes up to avoid hitting him. Look.
So it's Penske, Ganassi, Newgarden, Power, Dixon, and Rosenqvist.
So that traffic for Power being stuck behind Andretti kind of held him up.
And it was earlier than that too, the challenge of trying to get past Spencer Pigot. It has cost Will Power.
Tremendous momentum, and I'm watching Josef Newgarden, and his momentum continues. Now 9-second lead over Scott Dixon. He pitted earlier with the Reds, but he's managed his tire wear exceptionally well. And his pace right now is kind of next level, Paul. Really nobody's in his category.
Josef Newgarden has that 5.5 second lead, now out to 5.8. So it is very comfortable for the driver from Hendersonville, Tennessee.
Uh-oh. This could be a yellow. That is a banner, a tarp, or a blanket.
Somebody must have hit the wall at the turn one and dragged the Chevy banner off of the wall. It's kind of offline, so I don't know if they really need to go yellow for that. Well, it'll certainly shake things up.
Listening to both radios, Dixon certainly pushing Newgarden, more managing the gap, I would say, right now. But the one thing I'm going to point to, guys, push to pass. Scott Dixon has used a lot of it. He only has 30 seconds left. Josef Newgarden has 63 seconds left, so a lot more time on push to pass for Josef Newgarden. And the other factor in all this, a little traffic for them, so that's going to make things interesting here with 11 to go.
1.8 miles to go for Josef Newgarden. So proud of his roots in Tennessee, but has lived now since joining the Penske organization, has lived in North Carolina. He lives in a beautiful little college town called Davidson. And he's getting engaged, he's getting married this year, got engaged in the offseason. This is a huge year for him in 2019, and he's starting it off the best possible way. And this was a forceful demonstration too. Good driving, good strategy. It was the pieces of the puzzle put together just nice.
And I really think the difference was that decision by Tim Cindric to go with the Reds there on the shorter stint and give Newgarden a chance to open up some pace, dominate a little bit there. I thought it was a bit risky, but clearly Cindric and Team Penske had the information. They knew what they were dealing with.
This was one circuit that the 2017 champion has not been victorious on up until now. Josef Newgarden, he wins in St. Petersburg to get the 2019 season off to the best possible start.
I thought they were going to win first of the year.
And this Penske just juggernaut continues in 2019, no matter what the series, no matter what the country around the world. And Josef Newgarden picks up career win number 11.
Thanks, Rick.